Welcome to All Things Monmouth County and Real Estate, where local living meets expert advice. I'm Nicole Rabbat Levine, your go-to realtor here with the NRL Real Estate Group. Whether you're buying, selling, or just love discovering the best spots around town, you're in the right place. Let's explore what makes this area and its real estate so special. Okay, so why do we love doing business and living in Monmouth County?
I think it has it all.
I mean, you have everything from the beach to walkable cities, to farms, to hidden gems, to beautiful parks,
Yes.
right?
Great restaurants.
There you go.
I love how it's easy access to the highways too. So if you needed to go to Manhattan or if you needed to take a ferry there, it's also easy access for people in Manhattan or commuting.
Are we all transplants?
Pretty much.
Did we any of us born here?
I was born in Brooklyn, but I moved here very young. So I
Okay.
would say that I am a Jersey girl.
Jersey girl.
Yes. Monmouth
Nikki,
County.
you too.
I'm
Born
a
in
Jersey
Manhattan.
girl.
Jersey girl. But Monmouth County, Jersey girl?
No.
Where
Okay,
did
so
you
you
used
moved.
to live?
Middlesex County.
Middlesex. What would you say are the differences?
More open space, not as much congestion. You feel kind of a little more peaceful.
A little more
living.
country vibe.
Yes.
It's so crazy because it's country vibe, especially if you're going toward like Colts Neck. We have our horse farms, and then within 25 minutes you could be at the beach.
Right.
Yeah.
More coastal vibes.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
For sure. I mean, even driving here, I was driving down a road and you saw all the hay bales already done. I'm like, oh, that's like a great photo op.
And then you could be at the city, in the city within an hour.
Yes.
Which is
it's
really
so
awesome.
easy to get around.
Yeah.
That's what I love too.
Have you taken the ferry yet?
Yes. I used to take it with my kids all the time.
It's so nice, especially in the summer.
Mhm.
They have their little bar on board.
Yep.
Get to the city, Midtown.
It's easy.
Mm-hmm.
The kids love the boat.
Right.
You don't have to deal with the traffic,
Right.
the tunnel traffic.
Yeah,
That's
it makes
true.
for like a whole day experience.
Yep.
I'm so excited to bring my family to the beach. So being back in the area, it's going to be a great time just to like spend the day at the beach and know that it's like 20 minutes away. So
For sure. And then we have outstanding restaurants. So after the beach or whatever it might be, we have some of the best restaurants around.
I
I don't know
agree.
if you guys agree.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
For sure.
There's also a lot of hidden gems.
There are.
There's
But
like
we're
a lot
gonna
of
talk
dog
about that.
parks, nature trails.
farmers markets.
Yes.
I love it.
Yep.
I know my town is doing a farmer's market this Sunday.
Marlboro does one every Sunday.
Do
and
they
it
really?
just started, yes. And they have amazing, amazing things. They have different vendors that come from other places than just Monmouth County, but they have someone who makes homemade raviolis, guacamole,
Wow.
like such good
It's
stuff.
packed.
And it's always packed.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
packed.
And it's local. It's, you don't have to go far.
Do they have the pickles?
The pickle guy is there too.
pickle
pickle
guy's
guy.
got to be there.
Pickle guy
Pickle
is
guys
there
at mine
too.
too.
I love that. And
Yeah.
Bell works too when they do it.
Yeah. I haven't been to the one at Bellworks in a while.
Yeah.
The farmer's market on
Yeah.
Wednesdays.
Love it.
You guys made some really great points. Now, when we talk about what makes Monmouth County so special, we have to highlight its beloved local businesses. I recently had the chance to sit down with Nicholas from Nicholas Creamery. Let's take a look. Thank you for coming. So please tell us about yourself.
Well, I own Nicholas Barrel and Roost, Nicholas Creamery, and Nicholas Wines. We've been in business in Monmouth County for 25 years now. We're in our 25th year now. We started as Restaurant Nicholas for the first 20 years. And in 2020, we basically knocked down the restaurant, rebuilt it, and turned it into Barrel and Roost. In 2018, we opened our first ice cream store, almost as just like a little fun business. Restaurant Nicholas was so serious. I wanted to do something that was a little bit more fun. And our kids were, going to be looking for jobs soon. And I didn't think at the time that Restaurant Nicholas was the right environment for them. And so let's come up with this idea. The other founder, Jody, and I, Jody grew up in a ice cream business, and we always talked about doing something like this. Jody is the PR and marketing director for all the companies and a equity partner in Nicholas Creamery. And we opened the creamery in 2018 in Atlantic Highlands, and we made 300 gallons of ice cream for the first weekend. We opened on Memorial Day weekend, and we thought, that's plenty. And we were in there both scooping along with a couple of the high school girls that we'd hired. And probably about 2 hours into scooping, a customer that I knew from the restaurant came in and he goes, it looks like it's going good. And I said, yeah. I go, how much longer is this line? To which he then said, I think you better go outside. And then I go, oh, okay. I walked outside and the cops were directing traffic because
Oh my gosh.
it was stretching over the side streets all the way past Carton Brewery. And I was like, oh boy.
And this was day one.
The day one. And I called Kelly, who was still with us and our master ice cream maker. And I said, we're going to need more ice cream. And she goes, I gave you 300 gallons. I go, we don't have enough.
Wow.
And that's where the business was born. Fairhaven was something we talked about. That's where Jody lives. And we said, like, she had 2 high school kids as well. Let's do something there. And then we knew right away we were onto something. And, it hasn't stopped since.
What was your first ice cream flavor? I have to ask.
Well, I'm in charge of all the old man flavors. And so my favorite flavor is pistachio.
Mhm.
So that was the one that I pushed hard for. But if you look at the old man flavors, the good old fashioned chocolate, the Tahitian vanilla, pistachio, butter pecan, rum raisin, there's a whole host of other ones that I push for. We just recently did a black licorice, was the ultimate old man flavor. and well, what I could say, that's what I like.
But it
And
sells, right?
yeah, right.
People love it.
Right. And then Jody is in charge of all the fun like flavors that we do and helping create with the ice cream wars.
Mhm.
And then Kelly has a big input into what we do as well. And so we always come up with flavors, and sometimes the most popular flavors, we don't know that they're going to be like that. The peanut butter palooza is one of our most popular flavors, and it came out of an ice cream war.
Did it really?
And it's kind of a wild story about Hudson, the Henry Hudson
Mhm.
High School. We wanted them in it because we're in Atlantic Highlands. The first year we wanted them in it,
Right.
but they weren't responding to us. And in the last day, they said, "Oh, we want to be in it." And I said, "Okay, but we're like through production already." And I was kind of coming up with that flavor of peanut butter, and they said, can we add Oreos and other things? And I was like, okay. And we called it the original name for that was the Henry Hudson Trail or something like that. It was called
Okay.
something like that. It was named after them, and it won. It was the most popular flavor. People went nuts for it, and we kept it as a flavor. We had to rename it, and that's where the peanut butter. We didn't know that was going to happen.
Wow.
The rainbow Italian rainbow cookie
One of my
is
favorites.
it goes bonkers. It goes bonkers when we release that. We only do it in January.
Mhm.
And it's my favorite cookie.
Mhm. Mine too.
I grew up I'm not Italian, but I grew up in an Italian restaurant. And that was Christmas time was rainbow cookies. And it was one of those things is let's put it into an ice cream. And then Kelly's idea was to make it an almond ice cream, and it blew up.
I have about 2 or 3 pints in my freezer right
Yeah.
now, just saying.
Yeah,
It's
we
so
never
good.
know what's gonna happen. And we made the black licorice ice cream as a goof on me, really.
Really?
And when we released that, it was we made so little of it
Mhm.
because who wants black licorice ice cream? And people were like upset that we sold out so quick, and we made another batch this year. So we just don't know what's gonna happen.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
So it sounds like your children, they're the ones who inspired you to open up an ice cream shop. Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, to some degree. Yeah,
Yeah.
to some degree. I knew that I was going to be changing Restaurant Nicholas.
Mm.
In 18, I was already beginning to think about it.
Okay.
The lifespan of a restaurant's 20 years, and we were at 18 years. And so I knew I had to do something different. And that's what made me start thinking about another business. And then
Mhm.
I thought that Barrel and Roost would work, but I wasn't sure. and I wanted to make sure that I was able to feed the family.
Right.
And I have other people who I have responsibilities to. Jody has a
Mhm.
family. We're like, all right, well, what about if Barrel and Roost doesn't work? We need another
Mhm.
business. And then okay, what are we going to do? The kids. Then that's where it comes from.
How has your experience as a restaurant owner influenced you in the creamery?
I believe that quality is a sum of a lot of little things done right.
Mm.
And we do focus on that at the creamery, that we look at it like ice cream in the 1950s.
Mhm.
People are like, oh my God, there's not a lot of magic. It's pure ingredients,
Mhm.
handled properly, done right, and not
No
messed
fake
with too
stuff.
much. No. And so it's the quality of a lot of little things done right. And in the restaurant business, it's a detail business. And so you always know a restaurateur. You walk around, and I have a lot of friends in the business, and you want to know who the owner is? It's the one that's bending down to pick up the piece of paper on the ground. It's the one that's
You're
walking over to
involved.
the thermostat to adjust the temperature, the one that's lowering the lights, the one that's adjusting the level of the music. Any room I'm ever in, it's a curse that I'm like looking around and seeing those things. In the creamery, it's like that. We all the time, we just changed all the signs in the store. Were the other ones okay? Yeah. Were they good enough? No. And
I noticed
so,
this weekend.
yeah. So were they good enough? No. And so I've been trying to figure out, it's easy to come up with a sign. Like, well, why can't you come up with a sign, you moron? It's not that hard. But we change the flavor so often. That's where the difficulty came in. And what were we going to do to have a good looking sign, but also be able to change the flavors? And this is what we've come up with.
How did you decide to bring the original Nicholas fine dining to Barrel and Roost, to become Barrel and Roost?
So, like I said, in 2018, we were starting to really see the shift in the way people were eating and dining. And I noticed that it wasn't a price thing. It wasn't a quality thing. It was a style thing. And things go out of style. And that's why a lifespan of a restaurant is 20 years. So I started coming up with the idea to, how could we have chef-driven comfort food? Food that would still be meaningful, but not as serious. At Restaurant Nicholas was a 2.5 hour event. It was not an inexpensive event. We had a 50th anniversary in the restaurant every night of the week, multiple 50th anniversaries, engagements nightly. It was a serious thing. I would always said that people took us more seriously than we did. We didn't take ourselves that seriously.
We would go for special events.
Yeah, but people did take us very seriously. What we took seriously was the food and the service. But we're trying, and those times were changing. And I really do think that when we look back on the days of Restaurant Nicholas and other restaurants like mine, there are many of them, in the late 90s and early 2000s. And when I was in culinary school, it was like, I studied the great chefs that we still talk about today, but they're not around anymore. And I can name 12 restaurants in the city that started with La and La that are gone, that we needed to do it. I think that when we look back at that time, it'll be sort of like when we look back in magazines and we see people in full suits on the beach, that I think my kids will be like, wait, people used to eat with a tie on? And I can see that. You have to see the change coming. And then I started saying, what can we do? And I think the key to a rebrand is to fully understand what it is that you're doing. We're not changing the name. And some people will say, oh, you changed the name of the restaurant. No. We closed Restaurant Nicholas. It's gone. It's retired. People ask me to do those dishes. I say, I won't do them. It's not. We then did a complete gut renovation, moved walls, removed the roof, did all kinds of things, and then reversed the building in the direction that it is now. And so we fully rebranded the look.
I want to once again thank Nicholas for taking the time to sit down with me. Such a great conversation. If you want to watch the full interview, head over to our YouTube channel, All Things Monmouth County and Real Estate, where we post all the extended versions of these interviews. Let's kick things off with a topic that affects just about every buyer and seller we work with: the cost of living. Prices have shifted dramatically over the past few years, and helping clients understand what their money gets them across different parts of Monmouth County is more important than ever. Our very own Heather Arcobasio is breaking it all down, from what $500,000 gets you in the southern part of the county to what $1 million buys you in places like Fairhaven and Cold Snack. She's walking us through real data, market trends, and how we guide clients through these tough decisions. Heather, take it away.
All right. So the cost of living across the county, it varies for sure. And inventory, we know, has been lower. So as of today, between 900,000 and 1.1 million, there are only 94 homes on the market within the county. What is crazy about that is that has become the new norm for us. What we thought you could purchase for that amount of money maybe 5 years ago was no longer the case. So for example, we're going to use Cold Snack as our first example. There are only 3 homes on the market in that price range. 2 of them are on Route 34.
Busier.
Busy roads, smaller square footage, and both need work. So it's almost like you're looking at it like, okay, I'm purchasing land because I'm going to basically have to construct a new home. Another one is located on Montrose, which is a through street, but it's not as busy. But again, it's not a home that is done. So you're purchasing for right around $1 million, and you probably have $300,000 to $400,000 worth of work to do. But you will get privacy, you'll get your acreage, which is a great, great thing. Same price point, you go closer to the beach, Fairhaven. There are only 2 homes for sale. And one of them we actually know has received multiple offers already, is an attorney review. But at that price point, you're getting under 2,000 square feet and a much smaller yard. So it's like a give or take. Do you want space? Do you want location? Because Fairhaven keeps you close to the beach. It keeps you close to downtown Red Bank. You're a lot closer to mass transit, which is an amazing thing. So it's weighing what makes sense. If you don't care so much about needing to commute, you can go a little further south. Let's say Howell, Freehold, parts of Upper Freehold, not so much Wall anymore. But you can then in turn get a much bigger home, 3,000 square feet or more, and probably an acre of property. You might be able to find a little bit more new construction that will keep you in that price point. But the more north you go, closer to the city or closer to the beach, you're looking at probably north of that 1.1 mark very easily.
Yeah.
So it just has shifted. Not better or worse, it just has shifted, and we have to figure out how to handle it. Are you noticing your buyers expanding their searches in order to accommodate their price points, or are they making changes elsewhere in order to stay within a certain area?
So I've definitely noticed that buyers of mine, maybe they once said, we only want to be in Holmdel, Colts Neck, Middletown, are now open to going further east or west, depending. To your point, you're saying north and south, same thing. I feel like the further east you go toward the water, the smaller the lot, but the closer to the beach. The further west you go for the same price point, the bigger the house, the larger the lot, further away from the beach.
Yeah.
But buyers of mine have sort of shifted from being, I need to be in this 1 or 2 towns, to what else is available in this price point. Because right now we're talking, and it's pretty much, our spring market is here. It's almost over. We're almost going into our summer market. So you would expect to see more than 2 homes on the market in Fairhaven. So they just don't have the ability to be in one specific town.
Right.
So I am noticing that they're shifting where they need to be.
I'm also noticing if they are stuck on a certain area or just say a specific town, their must-haves have changed. So they're not so interested in making sure a lot of the boxes are checked off. They really just want to be in that location. They know that the house might need work, and they're going to put their efforts into that. Not be so fixated on the little things, but almost they're in the location they want.
So when you're guiding your clients, are you telling them or asking them if location is the most important thing we need to dwindle this list? Yeah,
I feel like when we first start speaking with buyers, I almost want to know about their lifestyle. Tell me more about your lifestyle. Are you commuting? Do you want a walkable downtown? Do you want to not see your neighbors? Because then that really changes where we're looking. We never want, the 4 of us, the way we operate, we never want to take away their must-haves.
Yeah.
But understanding why they must have whatever they're saying they must have.
Right.
I need 4 bedrooms. Well, why? Because I need one as an office. Well, maybe in a different town we could find them a basement to be used as an office, but the house only has 3 bedrooms.
Yeah.
So it's really understanding what they want.
Yeah. Are you finding it hard to have that conversation with them? So let's just say they were asphyxiated on Little Silver. This is where they wanted to be. They needed the train that's right there. They didn't want to be far from the beach. They wanted Red Bank. But their price point won't allow for that purchase to happen there for what they need. Are you finding the conversation to be hard? Like, is it hard to have with them? To educate them, to let them know, like, I'm trying to help you and I want you to understand what's happening.
I think there's so many areas that have great potential in Monmouth County that sometimes they're fixated on one town, but there's so many other options that are nearby. I find it helpful to just do some driving tours or seeing some houses outside of the area just to get a little acclimated and kind of being that local trusted advisor to say, here's a little downtown, or you might not know that this great restaurant's here, or the commuting isn't as far as you think. So I think sometimes they are coming, if they're coming from Manhattan, they're fixated on maybe, one town, but just opening them up to the areas around is just almost educating them that there are other options.
Yeah.
I feel like it's so important now more than ever to have these conversations up front and loop in their lender, especially if it's a local lender.
Yeah.
Right? I just feel like, maybe they think their price point is one thing, and not that we want to ever push the envelope, because we need to understand, what their life is like. We don't want them to feel that, they just bought a house and can't do anything else.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But also understanding that there's so many different loan programs, and what they think they might be able to do, maybe they can't, or maybe they can, or maybe they can do something different
Yeah.
and be able to go into different price points. Maybe it's going into a lower price point and doing a rehab type of loan to buy that house in Colts Neck,
Right.
right? So it really depends. And having those conversations up front with the lender that you're looping in is really important.
Right.
Thank you, Heather, for that eye-opening look at the cost of living across Monmouth County. It's clear that price points vary dramatically depending on location, and that helping clients understand where their money stretches furthest is a key part of our role. One of the best parts of our job is getting to know and show off the hidden gems that make Monmouth County so special. Whether you're new to the area or have lived here for years, there's always something new to explore. Maria Singman is diving into one of our county's most iconic landmarks, the Sandy Hook Lighthouse. Yes, the oldest operating lighthouse in the entire country. She'll tell us why it's the perfect mix of history, adventure, and family fun, and what else you might be missing in your own backyard. Maria, let's hear it.
So yes, the Sandy Hook Lighthouse has been guiding ships since 1764.
Wow.
It actually is it just had its 261st birthday.
Wow.
And that's insane. And it's right here in our backyard in Monmouth County. It was declared a National Historic Landmark on June 11th, 1964, because June 11th is its birthday. So it just passed, 3 days ago.
Oh, happy birthday, Lighthouse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Happy birthday, Lighthouse.
1764, right?
No, that was the first lighting.
That was the first lighting.
Yeah,
Wow.
1764 was its first lighting.
That's crazy.
And then on its 200th birthday on June 11th, 1964. Yes.
That's so cool.
That's cool, right? And they have tours that they climb up, how many steps? 95 steps, and then a 9-rung ladder. And it takes you up to the lantern room up top, and there's a guided tour that goes on.
Okay, so full disclosure. I've never been to the Sandy Hook Lighthouse, and I think I need to do this.
You definitely need to do it.
It's
I
just
think
like
the kids would love it.
so many New Yorkers haven't been to the Statue of
You're right.
Liberty, right?
When
Right?
it's so close, you skip it.
You
You
don't do the
skip it,
touristy things.
and we forget these things that we have. I mean,
Yeah.
how great is that? Like, even if you were to take your little ones, like, this is a history lesson for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to
Oh.
be 48 inches, though.
Okay,
like a
Lorenzo
ride.
In
can't
order to
go.
climb
My
the stairs.
goodness,
Yes.
yes.
I guess you can carry them if you wanted to.
Okay,
But
that's a real workout.
Yeah,
Then
that's
you
a
go
real
straight to lunch
workout.
after.
That's right.
Yes. And then once you get up there, the views are
Outstanding.
beautiful. Yes.
Yeah.
And they still use it.
Yes.
Oh,
Like,
it's
It's
active.
still
Yeah.
in use today. Yep.
So I wonder then, like, that's the oldest. I wonder how old, like, the Barnegat one is.
I don't know.
It would be interesting to see, like why New Jersey had the first, right?
First.
And there's one in the Highlands too, right?
Yeah, like why was New Jersey's the first, not some?
coastal. We're coastal.
But why not like Massachusetts?
Yeah.
Like where that was where like
Well, they were guiding the vessels. That's what they do. They're from the New York Harbor.
And Sandy Hook jets out, right?
Mhm.
19
So-
miles. Yeah.
Mhm.
The light goes 19 miles out.
Mhm.
So
Wow.
it helps guide them. And
Have
they
you been
kept-
to the Sandy Hook Beach?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, multiple
Which
times.
is a lot of fun as well.
Right.
Yes. And they have concerts there at
Mhm.
night during the week,
Oh,
which
that's
is
good.
really
Yeah.
fun.
One of my favorite yoga instructors, her name is Tootsie, and she's doing yoga on the beach at Sandy Hook.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
You
Yeah,
have to tell
that's
me
like
when.
sunrise yoga. Really beautiful.
Oh, I love that.
Is it a one-time thing or she's?
I think she's doing it every few weeks, if I'm not mistaken, on the beach. And
Nice.
the proceeds, I believe, go to Sandy Hook, but don't quote me on that.
Okay.
Like restoring things and everything. Yeah, it's
Oh,
really cool.
nice.
Group yoga.
Yeah.
We have so many hidden gems.
Yes, for sure. One of my favorites is Alaire State Park.
Oh,
Have you ever been?
Yes.
Yes. It's just like they have so much there, and it was like an actual functioning town for iron workers. So like you could go and they still have things set up like the town, where they have an iron forager there who's actually like a blacksmith who's doing the work. They have like their general store. They show you where the school was. They have, I mean, and it's a big park that you can walk. I think that there's even a campground. They do different things throughout the year. So like they'll have, for the winter, they'll have different holiday events. They have a fall festival. But I know like even from the young age, they love to go to older people. It's really very nice.
That's so nice.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's so many places.
A hidden gem for me is Ocean Grove. I think it's so unique and charming. And I just happened to pass by it going to Asbury Park, which I feel like everybody goes to Asbury as like a destination, but just taking a little bit of a walk around and taking the waterfront into Ocean Grove was so cool.
Yeah.
I love that. The little town and the shops that were there, but also just maintaining the presence and the historical kind of charm behind it. And there's just so much history if you look it up.
Mhm.
It's super unique. I love that.
And all the
Love Ocean
Victorian
Grove.
homes.
Oh,
so
yeah, I was going to say
pretty.
the homes are just,
You
yeah.
almost feel
Beautiful.
like you're not in New Jersey when you're there.
Yeah. Even the people there, they're like proud to be there.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool. I went into the summer tents and someone invited me in to kind of walk around and just told us how hard it was to get those, those spaces. And
Wait, what is the summer tent?
so that's right outside of the church, I guess you would say
Okay.
there.
Okay.
And it's an area where you're on like a super long wait list to get in, and you can stay there just for the summer months, so it's seasonal, but it's essentially like a big tent, kind of small living quarters. They're a block off the beach pretty much. But to be, I believe, a resident there, you have to contribute back to the town. So whether it's just, beautifying it or maintaining it. So there's just this kind of like real community feel throughout. It was really cool.
Yeah, their land leases.
Yes.
Didn't know
So
about
unique.
This summer
So they're
tent.
different vendors?
So no, they're just like residential.
Like you can camp for the
Yes.
summer in a sense.
I met someone
Wow.
that was on a wait list for 17 years.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
They just got it. They were so excited. And they come in, they decorate. The front portion of it is really like a tent, kind of like, and yeah, they actually invited
How
us in
many
to walk
are
through.
there?
Oh, there's probably about like 3 streets of like double-sided tents.
That's
yeah.
cool.
It
You
is
got to
really
go.
nice.
Somebody
Yes,
invited
I
you
did.
in.
Yeah, I don't know if the wife was so happy about that, but the husband was very, opened the
Okay.
doors up and was
Okay.
like,
He's
come
like,
on in, check it out.
Yeah.
And it's up to you. I think it's, a pretty reasonable once you're in. It just takes so long to get it, but you can kind of do updates inside and, there's running water, there's no air conditioner, but it's just a block, like I said, a block away from the beach, and it's pretty highly sought after. It's really cool.
I'm
It
gonna
is
check
really
that
cool.
out.
I've never seen this.
Yeah.
Look,
Oh,
okay.
you have
I'm
to
going
go.
to
So
check that out.
obviously Heather has a problem. I'm not getting out as much as I should because I haven't been to the lighthouse yet or have seen the
But that's what
tents.
happens. Listen, I grew up here as a child, and I feel like I never really appreciated all the things around us. And now coming back,
Mhm.
I'm like, oh my gosh, the rolling streets, the autumn, the spring, the summer, the beach. Like, there's just so much to do. So now as an adult, we have to make time for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And all of our farms.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like we have so many different types of farms, whether it's Christmas tree farms, whether it's,
Strawberry picking,
exactly, orchards.
Yeah.
We have so many.
Hops farms.
Mhm.
local
In
honey.
Colts Neck, they make beer.
Yeah. I have a lot
local
of
honey.
exploring. Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
excited
The petting farms.
Yep.
The little animals.
for the kids. It's great.
So great. And then all of the trails. So Homedale Park, everyone seems to know Homedale Park, but Ramanassan trails are right
Okay.
across the street. They're actually a part of Homedale Park. But those trails are gorgeous.
Wow.
It's really nice.
I just went to Homedale Park and they renovated the kids park actually. I think more
did they?
recently, just about a month ago. It is so pretty. It's
Mhm.
covered by a lot of trees, and I got a sense that maybe the trails are like kind of deep in the
Yes.
forest, but it was magical.
Yeah.
We really had a great time. It was really well laid out, and it was just not your average like, cement park. It was cool. It
Yeah.
was different.
And then I find too, like, along with our hidden gems, our businesses are very pet friendly. Many of our businesses, especially the yappy hour ones.
Yappy
So
hours.
yes, they have a lot of yappy hours on the beach and everything.
Yappy hours.
I don't know if you'd consider it a hidden gem, but for someone who's like
It
myself,
absolutely
yeah.
is.
Yeah.
I just think the name is funny.
Yeah,
is fun.
yappy hour.
Yappy.
Something for everyone.
There is.
It really is.
There really is.
And even in Red Bank right now, not that Red Bank's a hidden gem, but they closed down Broad Street in the summertime and they call it Broadwalk. And I just met with the head of events at Red Bank, and we were just chit-chatting. And he mentioned that they're trying to do a lot more on Broadwalk, not just shut it down for those businesses, but do line dancing on Broadwalk, yoga. They did a pet adoption event on Broadwalk. They're going to be doing an Oktoberfest. So there's so much that they're doing. And then during the holiday time, they're going to have a trolley that goes around for free.
Cute.
Right?
Yeah,
A
They
complimentary
used to
trolley.
do the horse and carriage.
They did used to do the horse and carriage, but there's so much that within our towns, there's so much going on that
You're
It's like
not
there's not
lacking
enough
for
time.
anything.
Yeah.
Almost.
there's
Yeah.
so much happening within our towns.
Yes.
Thank you, Maria, for reminding us why Monmouth County is such a treasure trove of local history and hidden experiences. If you've discovered a hidden gem in your town, we'd love to hear about it. If you live in Monmouth County, you know just how much outdoor living is part of our lifestyle. From parks and beaches to outdoor dining and events, this is truly one of the best places to soak up the seasons. Carla Torres is taking us on a tour of all the ways to live your best outdoor life here. Whether you're a nature lover, beachgoer, or foodie, she's covering it all. She's got some favorites the whole family will love too. Carla, let's dive into the sunshine.
Absolutely. Today, I'm excited to share why I love Monmouth County, especially the outdoor scene. From spring through fall, I feel like there's options all year round here. From parks to beachfronts to outdoor dining, there are so many options for us. I especially love bringing the kids to the different parks and all the recreational stuff they have lined up for them. I don't know if you guys have gotten the magazines, but they have classes for adults, classes for kids, yoga, pottery making. It's very well thought, and I'm really impressed by that.
And that's offered by our Monmouth County Park System.
Absolutely, yes. So well run. Did you know that in Monmouth County we have over 40 parks and trails
No.
to enjoy?
Did not
Wow.
know
Yeah, I
that.
don't think you knew that.
Fun fact of the day.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're all incredibly well maintained and they're very family friendly. I know we're all very busy and we're very active individuals, but I'm curious, is there a park or an outdoor activity that you guys like the best?
I'm going to say the Manasquan Reservoir.
Nice.
Yeah, I think that place is just one of the most scenic in Monmouth County,
Mm-hmm.
and it's absolutely free.
Nice.
It's
Yeah.
totally free. So
I have to get there for a good walk.
It is.
yes,
it's so
it's
good.
5.1 mile.
Okay.
Let's go
loop
for a walk.
around the
Oh,
reservoir.
that's a
yes.
good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
you can
like
picnic there. You can rent kayaks.
I like
You
how it
can
has the
rent-
water there too. I feel like that's a good like atmosphere when you're
Yeah,
out.
there's
You know,
so
you could-
much to do there. You could bird watch if you wanted to.
Yes, and you can take, like you said, the kayaks. You can take boats out. Of course, not
Yeah.
motorized, but no, it's so nice.
Yeah. They actually have a little motor on the rowboats, on the boats that you
Yes.
could
Yes.
use. And you could ride your bikes too. So
Oh, awesome.
yeah, there's walkers, there's bikers, but it just always went there. Just a great place.
Okay. I love that.
That's my favorite.
I mean, I was going to bring up the Henry Hudson Trail. I mean,
Okay.
it's something that we all know,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
But have you ever walked it?
Mm-hmm.
It's 24 miles from Freehold all the way up and around to the Highlands.
Wow.
But you can't go like consistently because it does stop. So like
Okay. There's like breaks.
yeah, there's
Yes.
3 sections. So you have from Freehold to Marlborough, then you have from Matawan, to then Keyport, and then Keyport to the Highlands. But each section, like you see a different part of the town, the county. So you go from like farmlands all the way up to like the marshes, and you see the water. You could see the
So
Verrazano
scenic.
Bridge. Yes, it's really very nice. And again, you could teach a little bit of history.
For outdoor living, for me, it's the beach, hands down. I love the beach. I love our beaches.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and there's a lot to be said about the outdoor waterfront dining in
Yes.
any of our towns.
Yes.
So
There's
really-
a new one coming
Ooh,
at
tell.
Allenhurst Beach.
Okay.
Their Mr. C's Bistro closed down, and their the Reef Club
Ooh, I'll have
is
to
coming,
try
and I
it.
think
Okay.
the owners live in Spring Lake. They own like 3 other restaurants, and
Nothing better than like
wanted
dining
to-
outside.
yes, beautiful views too.
Outdoor dining is my favorite. And then I also love all of the little downtowns that we have. You mentioned Ocean Grove, Red Bank, Spring Lake is absolutely beautiful. I mean, there's just so many places that you can take even day
Mhm.
trips and spend the entire day in the downtown area.
Yeah.
Well, that's a great segue, Nicole, because next I wanted to talk about how easy it is to get to the beach.
Yeah.
I'm most excited about that. Just being less than a half an hour away, in some cases 15 minutes, in some cases just walkable. But I'm so excited to just try the different beaches and kind of come up with what our vibe is, whether it's a relaxing day at the beach or if you want a scene, we have options here. What are some of the favorite beaches that you guys
It's so
go
funny
to?
because I just had this conversation with somebody at a wedding where they live up north and they're not from here. They're from Ohio. And she's newly pregnant and they have a toddler, and she was like, "Oh, we want to get to the beach. We don't know where to go." And I said, "Well, what kind of day are you looking for?"
Right.
Because we have different types.
Right.
You can have a relaxing day. Like one of my faves is Bradley Beach. I love Bradley Beach.
Okay, is that your go-to?
That's my go-to.
Okay.
I like it because it's quiet, calm, has clean bathrooms.
Okay.
It has a small little snack stand, so it doesn't turn into, I want to go get
100
this candy, I
options.
want to go get this lunch, and I want, it's just easy and calm.
Mm-hmm.
But then if you want to come down for a more fun-filled day, Asbury is great. They have the spray ground. They have lots of great things.
Point Pleasant with the
Yeah.
rides.
That's always a fun one.
Yeah,
And the aquarium.
that's true.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
You can make a whole day out of that.
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone likes a good boardwalk day, I feel like, one
Cotton
night.
candy
Yeah.
all the way.
Right.
I
All the
also
way.
love Monmouth Beach.
Okay.
Probably quieter than Bradley Beach.
Mhm.
A lot more residents that go to Monmouth Beach only because they don't really have commercials, businesses around. They
Mhm.
have commercial on beach, the road, but as far as going onto the beach there's not much to keep people that are from out of town there. So you find it to be a lot more residential,
Locals.
calmer.
The only difference is I think there aren't as many lifeguards, correct?
Correct.
So like if you're going and that
Depends
is
if you're Big Monmouth, Little
Right,
Monmouth,
okay.
beach club. So
Yeah.
there's a lot. But yes, good point, Heather.
Riptides.
Yes, you have to be careful for sure. Then of course Sandy Hook, the beaches there are great.
What's your favorite, Carla?
Oh, I'm going to say I am excited to explore all of them, but I do like Seabright.
Mm-hmm.
I like the town off of it too, just as like a little strip with the candy
'Cause
store
it has
and the chocolate.
Angelicas.
My
Yes.
favorite restaurant.
Yeah.
Yes. So I like that beach. I was a fan of Long Branch too, just for a little vibe. But yeah, I don't know. I'm going to probably beach hop.
Beach hop.
Yeah.
Shopping.
I'm going to try to see. Just Union Beach. Actually, I was impressed with the little park that's there. If you wanted something a little more small and local, that could be an option. But I am very excited to beach hop and find out which is our good fit.
So then maybe we need to like reconvene at the end of the summer.
Yes.
And compare notes.
What was the beach?
What was the beach?
I think the closest one to me in Lincroft is probably Seabright.
Yeah, there's
That
a few
makes
that you
sense?
can get to pretty easily.
For
from
sure.
there.
So
Mhm.
What about you, Maria?
I go to Allenhurst Beach. I love it because you just buy a day pass
Oh.
and
Mm.
you have access to the beach club.
And I
So
feel
you have
Oh,
access to the
that's cool.
bathrooms and yes,
Okay.
and then they have the restaurant. Well, it's opening soon because they're starting to hire, so I know it's coming soon.
Okay, so you
which I
taught
really
me
wanna
something,
try.
Maria.
Yes.
I didn't know
Mm.
about this beach.
Yes, you bring your own chairs, and you just bring your water and
And then you
whatever
get access to the beach club for just the restrooms.
for the restrooms,
That's wonderful.
which is wonderful to have.
Mm.
And it's not. I think it's very people that live there, the residents of Allenhurst
residential.
use the beach. Yes,
Mhm.
So
but you're
if,
sitting. I mean, beautiful mansions are right, just beautiful.
if someone doesn't know Allenhurst, what would be the next biggest, maybe more commercial like beach? So like if you were telling someone it's next to
Deal.
Deal?
Yeah,
Okay, yes.
right next to Deal.
Okay.
Plus, you can take a tour of all the beautiful homes right in that
Oh,
square
yes.
mile. Yeah, it's within the square mile. They're just absolutely beautiful.
Beautiful.
One after the other. Like,
Okay, now let's talk food. I
Oh.
saved the best topic for last.
Yeah.
So
What kind of food?
all of the above. I'm a pizza fan, but I like every food. I would say I'm most excited for outdoor dining. I know sometimes it gets a little too hot to eat outside, but I really, really like to soak up the sun and just be outside as much as I
Yeah,
can
I
during
agree.
this time of year. So any outdoor dining, possibly with an adult beverage, is a very
Yes.
nice time for me.
Yep.
So I would love to know where you guys like and if there's any favorite hotspots that are new, old, or just your like classic beach bars. I love that too.
Yeah, I mean, we both just said Angelica's. Like, that's one of the top.
They have so it's outdoor dining in this alleyway that makes you feel like you're in Europe. It truly.
Wow.
Just the way they have
Okay.
it all set up, it's so nice, and the food is spectacular.
Mhm.
Love Angelica's. That's one of my favorite places.
Mhm.
it's homemade pastas and stuff.
Homemade
right?
everything.
Yes,
it's
homemade
so good.
They have the best angry lobster.
Yum.
Yes.
But it's not always on the menu.
I bet you could ask them.
Yes, we do. Yes.
But the lobster's on the menu normally, but just not the
Mhm.
angry lobster, right?
I remember it being a competition a while back between Angelica's and Rooney's.
Mm.
But then my group of friends, like it wasn't,
Right.
like in the
Yes.
newspaper,
Yeah.
but where, like which one was better.
I was
That's
at
so
Rooney's
good.
last night. It was very hot, but
Very
beautiful. The ocean was so calm. There was like these. I
Oh.
said, "What is going on?" And just
So
Beautiful.
nice.
Rooney's is so good
So
too.
good.
And
to
you
sit
literally
oceanside
have
like that.
exactly. That's one of the best places because you see the beach. So
Yes.
as
Yeah.
you're dining, you're literally across from
Yes.
the beach.
Have
It's
you ever
so
been to
nice.
the brunch? They do a
Rooney's brunch?
Mhm.
Yes.
Yes.
Very good.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
good to know. I
Mhm.
love a good brunch.
So good.
I also am a big fan of Barnegat Bells.
Barnacle Bills.
Let's get the names right. Barnacle?
Big
Barnacle.
fan of Barnacle Bills.
Yeah.
Yes.
The
And now
cheeseburger.
their cheeseburger with the cheese sauce.
Yes.
Not the cheese slice.
Okay. That's a good tip.
Yes.
I don't think I ever asked for the cheese sauce.
Yes. And you could sit outside.
Yes.
They
that's
have this
the best
entire
part.
back with their string lights and water views. It's so nice.
Yes, because now we have to think of family-friendly options. So
Yes.
the parts that you can eat outside, but also enjoy some outside walking around is always
Yeah.
a good.
Mom
call.
at the racetrack could be fun because they have the Blue Grotto, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they have a section kind of down a little bit lower that has the pizza,
Oh,
cornhole, like, and you're outside.
So
You
it's,
don't
like,
even have
entertaining
to
stuff.
go to the races, but you can kind of get a mix of everything because you want like family friends,
Yes.
right? But I remember, do you remember when we went and they have a salad called the bottom of the sink salad? It's basically like
everything.
everything,
Right.
and it was so delicious.
Yum.
But it, like, I remember it. It's so good.
That's so funny.
Mm-hmm.
What about Beach Tavern?
Beach
Monmouth
Tavern.
Beach.
They're great for the cocktails.
Yes.
So
Good.
love going to Beach Tavern.
Nice
Live music.
views.
Mm-hmm.
Love
That's
that
a
one.
really nice one.
What's a good beach bar?
Who's hitting up the bar scene?
I mean, she brought it
I would
up.
like to, but
I know a lot of
I'm-
people do Jenks in the summertime.
still, yeah.
Oh,
What is that,
yes.
Mondays or something? Was the day?
Yeah. So what about Proving Ground? That's not really the beach, right?
No. Although if you're looking for more sand on your
Yes.
on your toes,
Yeah.
like the Seafarer is great.
Yes.
And the Sandbox is great.
They're so much fun.
Yes,
Mhm.
the sandbox is fun.
Yeah.
Yes, you can make a day out of those places.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
That's the best part.
For sure.
Yeah.
And then there's also outdoor dining. The further west you go, they
Mhm.
have a lot of cute places that, you could sit outside. Even like I know Cousins did an outdoor dining
Yes.
area too, which was quite nice.
Yeah, a lot of places do. I mean, downtown Freehold Borough, they have
Mm.
so
Oh,
many
yeah.
outdoor
Yes.
places.
Court jesters for
Yep.
life.
hmm There's a lot of them. And then what's the one that's in Aberdeen that's like a church? They revamped the church.
Oh,
A Salute.
Oh yes.
And they have outdoor dining too.
Do they have outdoor dining? I didn't know that. One of my favorites too, I know not outdoor dining, but Drew's Bayshore Bistro.
I've never been.
Oh,
Guys,
you
this
have
the
to
list
go.
goes on.
I know.
There's
You can
so
go
many
on and
great
on.
restaurants here. And then if you go into Red Bank, Biravino's great. They do have outdoor. They have music.
Can we talk about Biarvino's Frosé?
My favorite.
Have you had it yet?
No.
I want
Okay.
to go for my birthday.
All right, Carla, we need to go. You want to do that for your birthday?
I'm doing it, yes.
Okay.
And ordering chicken parm.
Oh, okay. Chicken parm and frosé.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Very good.
You have to get their
Good.
frosé. It's
Yes.
so delicious.
Wow.
Yes. No, it kind of sneaks up on you a little bit, but it's so good.
One and done.
One and done.
Mm-hmm.
So delicious.
tip.
Yep.
How's it served? What type of glass is that
Like a
served?
wine
Is
glass.
it like
A
a
wine glass, but why do
but
I
not-
feel like it's a big glass?
Yeah, I
big
think
wine
the way
glass.
you're saying it,
It's
I'm
a
like, what
big
type
glass.
of glass is this? It's a
Because I
big
think the
glass.
first time I had it, I think maybe was with you.
Yes. Uh-oh.
I think
What did I do?
nothing.
Yeah.
I want
and
to
I
try the
and I never
frosé.
had it. I wouldn't think to order something like that. Like
Right.
I'm more just like a glass
you
of
have your
wine.
go-tos.
Yes, or whatever. We don't need to know what Heather drinks. But but then she's like, no, you have to
Try
have it. And I was like, oh, okay.
Because it's not too sweet.
Mhm.
It's really good.
And I got it, and I was like, this is just delicious.
Well, speaking of other things Nicole loves, Brando's, also
Mhm.
Osteria, they both have on their menu like this pistachio ice cream thing.
Mhm.
Ice cream,
Oh,
of course, ice cream.
yum.
Ice cream. Wow, that's
And
my
pistachio.
Maybe you shouldn't say it. Is it from Nicholas?
No, it's their homemade. They do. So Brando's also outdoor dining. And then you could walk around Asbury Park after.
So many options.
But they have this like pistachio homemade ice cream cake with a graham cracker and like drizzles.
that combo is the
caramel on
combo.
top.
Yeah.
It's so good. It is so good. Don't get me started on food.
I know. I was
you
going to say,
know?
now that we're all hungry.
I know. Food is just, I mean, there's so many great restaurants. I'm trying to think there's so many more.
There are. Let's think about though, like where would you go for lunch? Like, let's switch it up.
What's the place we went to? Mayberry Market? Is that the name?
Yes, right in, was that,
Avon?
no, Mayberry.
It was Mayberry.
Mayberry Market,
Okay.
right
Where's
in
that?
Avon.
So good.
And so sweet and cute.
Okay.
And then if you go up a little bit in Bradley, there's the buttered biscuit.
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
And they do like just breakfast, brunch, and lunch.
Yes.
Okay.
It's like an over easy,
That's
similar.
in
Right.
Bradley Beach? Is that what you said?
Is
Buttered
it Bradley?
biscuit is, but
Yeah.
the
And
other one.
Mayberry, I'm not sure if it's
think it's-
Avon or if
I
it
think
is.
so.
And like it's like right in the center, so like
So
you
cute.
can walk to the other little shops. Like we walked into, I think it was a shop that had essential oils and
Yes.
candles and like,
So
and we
cute.
went
I
in the
love that store
winter.
hopping
Yes,
like
that's
And
that.
it
right.
was still so nice to be down there.
Right.
So that's good. Over easy is great.
Molly Pitcher also has a brunch, but so does Rooney's if you wanted to do the brunch. that
People
we
love
talked
the
about.
Molly.
Yeah,
picture.
that's
Yeah.
a classic, right?
Such a classic.
Yeah. All right. So maybe we need to like.
We need to put together a list of our
Guys.
favorite restaurants
Mhm.
and just have it there.
That
so
actually
we
could be good
check
for our
that all
clients
off.
too.
Absolutely.
Just by town. Like if we have any like, standouts, we
Mhm.
should. That's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm starving.
Seriously. So whether it's parks, beaches, or dining outside, I think we can all agree that Monmouth County truly has it all.
Yes.
We really do.
We do.
Yes.
We do. And Carla, thank you for that beautiful look at outdoor living here in Monmouth County. From parks to beaches to outdoor dining, as you mentioned, there are so many ways to enjoy life outside, and we're lucky to call this place home. Now I want to talk about something really close to our hearts, HABcore. For those who don't know, HABcore provides housing and support for individuals, veterans, and families experiencing homelessness right here in Monmouth County. Why HABcore? Because housing isn't just what we sell, it's what we believe in. And we know that having a safe place to call home is the foundation for everything else in life. Do you feel like working with HABcore has changed the way you view our work as realtors?
I have to say, I don't think that it has changed how I work as a realtor, because I think a lot of who we are and what we do, there's such goodness behind it. But HABcore has like changed me, like for my soul.
Yeah.
And how I
Yes.
feel for people, and to remove like different types of even judgments sometimes, because we go through life like just knowing what we know, right? Living in our own little bubbles, and then you're exposed to such beautiful people.
Mm-hmm.
It's changed me that way.
Not
Not
make
so.
me cry, Heather.
Oh,
Jeez.
I know.
No, but it's the truth. I mean,
It is the truth.
I'm lucky because I work with you three who have the same like feelings and beliefs that I do. And
Heather, you're gonna make me
I'm
cry.
sorry, but it's the truth. And like, look at how we love going here, and how like, I mean, it just changes like who you are as a person.
I think also we're so like in this society, we're so used to looking at things we don't have, and we always want more, and then you kind of get humbled by this experience and say, you know what, we are in a good spot. There's a lot of people that need help, and I'm happy that we can help.
Yeah, it makes you want to do more.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and we love the residents there. We have a great time. We build relationships with them. And then we also create those real moments of connection with them.
Yes.
And we've done so many events with them so far, and we are going to continue and everything. And, I feel like it's just always a reminder that these are real people
Yes.
Yeah.
that like and love
That
us and
matter.
that connection, and that they matter.
And I think it's really awesome that we come back, because probably it's like an open door. People go maybe once, but the fact that now
Volunteer.
that we have this like relationship with them, they
Yes.
really are almost like kind of friends,
Yeah.
So I love that. That's really cool.
Could you share a favorite moment during our volunteering as a group, or, attending an event that really sticks out?
For me, it was the very first time that we went, and there were residents that were sitting outside, and it was our first introduction. And there was a gentleman there who was he's sweet as pie. And he loves conversation, and he taught me about what makes an Indian summer an Indian summer. Now, I grew up knowing about it, but it's actually like I think what we all say for local summer, right? And it was just he talked to me and he educated me, and it just the conversation alone was wonderful. So I think that's my favorite moment.
I have to say my favorite moment was the last time we were there and we had the Cinco de Mayo party.
Yes.
So much fun. But the one resident never partakes in any
I
Yeah.
remember that.
events. And we made a difference because she participated. She
Yes.
Yeah,
the
she
entire
felt
time.
comfortable with us.
She felt comfortable with us,
Yeah.
and that just makes
Good
me
point.
happy.
Yes.
Warms my heart.
And even when we did bingo with them
Mm-hmm.
and just the excitement when they were
Yep.
winning the prizes.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know, and us learning how to call bingo.
Yes.
Yeah, made a
We had a
few
hard time.
Yeah, made a few mistakes there.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's all right. It's all
Yeah.
good.
Live and
We
learn.
learned.
What about you, Carla?
So I would think sitting with them at the tables. I feel like connecting is also
Yeah.
part of it. It's not just like showing up to host an event, but also just
Yeah,
conversating with them and, you know, making them feel like we're on the same level, and we
because
are.
we are.
We are. When it comes down to it, we're humans.
all
We put our
humans,
socks on the
right.
same way, right? They say that. So I think just that, like, you know, talking shop and conversation and kind of bonding on that level was fun.
Yeah. At the last one of the women there, she was teaching me how to do my makeup.
Yeah.
Yes, and
She
what
was
brush?
like, oh, no.
Yes, what brush you need to be using.
Yes.
Yeah.
What brushes I need to use.
And I'm
the
lucky if I use
products.
my finger properly.
I know,
you
right? It's really nice to have that
Mm-hmm.
connection.
But do you notice, ladies? This is why I say what I say. Like, it wasn't about a particular thing or something that was given. Like, we just all enjoyed the human interaction.
Right.
Yes.
And I think that also then leads into why we do what we do.
And what makes you guys great realtors.
Yes, because of that human component. I mean, because you can be phenomenal with numbers and knowing what to do and putting together print marketing. But
Right.
the truth of it is if you don't
Make connections.
make connection and really know who you're dealing with in real estate, you're not doing your job properly.
Yeah, it's a relationship business. So
Mhm.
Totally. And one of the things that I'm committed to, you know, when we close on a transaction is taking part of that compensation that we receive and giving it back, whether it's to HABcore or Wagon Inn is another great organization, Three Little Birds, Social Conscience Project. There's so many different
Right.
great organizations, but giving back a little bit of what we're doing and making that part of our business model to
Yeah.
make sure that we are continuing to give back. Do you think that changes the way clients view us or interact with us, knowing that, you know, there's
I would hope to think so.
Mhm.
I think you're always gonna, run into the person. It doesn't
not
matter.
it
appreciate
doesn't
it.
matter. Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
But I will say, working in the industry for like almost a decade now, I think that you attract your tribe
Yes.
Yes.
on kind of who you put out there. Kind of comes back in full circle, and
The
it's
law
almost
of
like
attraction.
so.
Totally.
I think people do appreciate it, and if they want to work with us, they
Mm-hmm.
like those qualities,
Yeah.
and that's what's kind of pulling us together.
So true, Carla. And
Being
usually,
authentic.
right. And usually they themselves are also doing something like giving back in
Yes.
a way.
Similarities, definitely.
Mhm.
For sure. You know, and outside of HABcore, like I just mentioned, I love volunteering with Wagon Inn. It's a foster-based rescue. And I just enjoy playing with them. I know I'm not supposed to just play with them. And I know
Did you love being the Easter Bunny? Did you know this
So-
about
Yes,
Nicole?
I saw
Yes,
that.
I dressed up as the Easter Bunny. One of them thought I was like a real life plush toy, so just like jumped and wanted to rip off my head. But it was so sweet.
Aw.
I had the best time doing
He
that.
wanted to rip off my head, but he was so
So sweet.
sweet.
I loved him. Like I'm always curious, what other causes do you love? Do you support? Whether it's, you know, monetary, whether it's volunteering, or literally just spreading their cause and letting others know. You know, do you have some favorites that are based in Monmouth County?
Yes, it's called Oasis Farm,
Okay.
and it's in Middletown, and it's a place for adults who are on the spectrum, where I think they're taught different types of trades, and they get to make things and sell them, and they have, for example, my son and I, we volunteered our time, and we went to, and please forgive me because I don't remember the other name of the park, but it was by the railroad tracks. Doesn't matter, but we basically just went and we helped them prepare their flower beds so that not flower beds, but for the garden.
Oh, that's cool.
And we cleaned everything out. We cleaned the pathways. I used my son's muscles to move the mulch because
And he's a
I
big
struggled
guy
a little
now.
bit. But it was very very, very helpful to them.
Right.
And then they were able to come in and they did their planting. And then now
that's so nice.
they get to, they're pruning their vegetables and they learn that way. And there is a level of gratification, I guess you could say,
Yeah, satisfying.
knowing that you also helped.
Mm.
I mean, in a very small way. Like what we did helped them to achieve one of their goals, which
Right.
was great.
Still giving back. So
It's, whether it's your time or,
Totally.
yeah,
And what a beautiful thing to do with your son, like
Yeah.
the bonding between the two of
for
you.
sure. And it teaches, like, it taught him something. It teaches him how to be grateful.
Keeps them grounded.
And
Yes.
without question, because we have to nowadays. You have to
Yes.
keep them grounded.
And then both your son and daughter, and you always volunteer your time to go gift shopping
Yes.
during the holidays for the Social Conscience
Yes.
Project, which is also really awesome.
So awesome.
Yeah.
It's so, because you think about it, you think about little kids and like they go into a store, right? And it's like, I want.
Mm.
And now they're going to shop and it's not about what you want at all. It's about a list of items that needs to go to a child who can't walk into a store and say, I want.
right.
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 So now it becomes about somebody else. So now they're shopping for them and they're learning, okay, again, how to remain grounded,
Mhm.
how to be grateful, how to do for others, because it's part of that
And let
human
them
component.
realize that
Yes.
Everyone's life isn't like theirs or
Yes.
people.
And
So nice.
everybody's human.
Mhm. So really, at the end of the day, real estate is about more than property lines. It's about people. And I'm proud that we measure success, not just in closings, but also contributions. I recently had the chance to sit down with Marta Quinn from HABcore. Let's take a look.
I'm from Monmouth County, New Jersey. I'm a Jersey girl. My parents introduced being involved with nonprofits since we were little kids. I have 3 other sisters. My father was an EMT and my mother was a nurse. And we lived by helping people, always taking care of people. And my father started a company building and manufacturing ambulances. And we learned from a very small age, it's about giving back to the community and helping one another. So as my career progressed and I got more involved in my town where I lived, there was a nonprofit that was looking for more development and event planning. I thought I could really give more to them. So I applied and thankfully I did get the job with HABcore, and I've been able to use what my parents taught me and my sisters to really try to give back and do as much as we can for others.
That's beautiful. I love that.
Yeah.
You know, HABcore's mission is really life-changing. What's a moment that truly touched your heart and reminded you why this work is so important?
There's truly endless moments for my time at HABcore. And this isn't a job for me. This is a reason. This is a purpose. And when I meet and get to know the people that live in our programs, it fills your heart because they're filled with hope. And if you can be that person to provide that to them or give them a hand up just to make one of their dreams come true and really see it, and it could be the smallest of things, the smallest milestone, but it's so big to other people. And if I can be a part of that and HABcore can bring more to people, it changes their lives and it changes our lives.
Homelessness can feel like such a distant issue until you see the faces and hear their stories. Can you share a story of someone who found stability and hope through HABcore?
It does feel like a distant issue. People don't realize that it is happening right in their backyard. They don't. They think it's across the country because the nation has been experiencing a lot. You know, not only since COVID, that it's really brought a lot of issues to the surface. People that are hungry, poverty, homelessness has really been an issue that people are now recognizing and seeing because they always thought it wasn't in their backyard.
Right.
And it can happen to anybody at any time. There was a gentleman, he was a young man, he was only in his 20s, that was struggling, that was homeless. And through other organizations in New Jersey and in Monmouth County, he was able to find HABcore because he was homeless. And he told himself, if I can just get housing, I know I can get a job. I know I can get this job. He was able to get housing within HABcore's program. He got settled. He applied for the job, and he got it. It was at Monmouth Medical Center.
Wow.
He was a patient transport. But that goal for him was enormous. But that led him to say, if I can get this job, I'm going to go to college. I'm going to go to school. Mm-hmm. And he applied at Brookdale, local community college, got in, excelled in his classes, did so well. He said, you know what? I'm going to keep going. And one of Brookdale, the community college, their goals is to take a 2-year school to encourage you to transfer to a 4-year school.
Right.
And he did that. He just did that. He got accepted at the University of North Florida into the ROTC program. This is a gentleman who struggled in crisis, has a disability, but he believes in himself. And he knows if he just had one step ahead, he could continue in his path. So honestly, dreams really do come true if you believe in yourself and you really kind of accept the help from others. A lot of people are very prideful and they don't want to ask for help. But this young man said, I know I have a lot to do and I want to do it. So HABcore, because of HABcore, giving him the stability and the support that he can fulfill that, look where he is today. It's really amazing. It's amazing.
That is amazing. And that HABcore gave him that hope and that ability to excel. Because without your home, how do you go out into the world? And
it really is true. It is true. And people don't understand. People understand being hungry. Mm-hmm. They understand a food bank and I need food to live, but they don't always understand when you don't have a roof over your head, when you don't have a house or a place to go to live. Right. Because most people have housing, but honestly, this can happen to anyone at any time. And we believe in there is no judgment at all. Doesn't really matter what happened behind you. It's all about where you're going to go. And if we can be that conduit to help you get there, life is all ahead of you. It really is.
So what would you say is a common misconception about homelessness in Monmouth County? Because you're saying it's in our backyard, right? Mm-hmm. What's that misconception that you wish more people understood?
You know, HABcore was created 37 years ago, started because 3 men froze to death in Red Bank, froze to death. And that was a shock to this community because they never thought it would happen in their backyard. Mm-hmm. And they realized, wow, how is this happening? So the reality is, you know, with the world, the economy, you know, housing, food, everything is so expensive. Mm-hmm. And if, God forbid, you have a situation where your health and you can't afford your rent, little things, big things can happen, little things that can then bring you to being homeless. You try to stay at a relative's house for a while. You know, you don't want to be inconvenient to other people. But, you know, one of the realities is happening now is there's a lot of people living in tent cities in the country, in our area. People don't understand. These are just people like you and I that have had a crisis that they haven't been able to recover from. And they haven't found the right way to get the help, which is a beautiful thing now to know that there are more organizations in just Monmouth County alone that people don't realize that can really help you thrive and succeed. So people don't understand that it can happen to anybody, and they're just regular people that have had careers in Manhattan. They've had families with children. I mean, it used to be single men. Now it's full families, moms and dads and children, grandparents. People don't understand that full families can lose their housing. So we want to support the entire family, you know, mothers and dads and grandparents and kids, and especially somebody, not especially, but when you have a disability, we want to make sure that our community, that where they live, has that availability for them to get to the hospitals that they need, get to the child care that they need. So it's really important, you know, that the community understand why certain things are in your town for help for other people.
You know, it's interesting. When we first met, I remember we were talking about what defines homelessness.
Mm.
And correct me if I'm wrong, if someone is couch surfing, they don't really have the ability to tap into what, you know, New
Right.
Jersey could provide for them. And
Mhm.
so they turn to HABcore. Is that right?
That's one of the cases. That's
Mhm.
many of the cases. You know, there are lists that go out through the state that identify people in their different struggles. Some people need rental assistance. Some people need short-term housing. Some people need permanent long-term housing. So the state works with other organizations to really filter down the needs of people and what exactly do they need. Sometimes with the instance of the couch surfing, is they haven't found their path. They have other people to lean on, and maybe they don't have the funding behind them to really rent
Right.
or purchase.
Mhm.
And a lot of times, if they're couch surfing, we don't even know they're homeless. They're not defining themselves as homeless.
Right. That's a wrap for this episode of All Things Monmouth County and Real Estate. Thanks for tuning in and being part of our community. If you loved what you heard, be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with a friend. Have questions or topics you'd like to hear about? Reach out. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, stay inspired, stay informed, and enjoy everything Monmouth County has to offer.